Today we have a little GI Tanto review. This is kind of the newer style packaging and stuff. Before, I'm not even sure they actually came in a box. I can't quite remember. I did have the one with the Secure X style sheath though, a number of years ago. I can't find that knife anymore, and so I just saw where DLT Trading had them in stock, and so I ordered one. Roughly $30. It's amazing that they can sell this for $30. It's a 1055 carbon steel. Comes with this awesome sheath. I mean, for the money, think about it. I mean, when you get a nice Bussy Combat or something high-end, you're going to be spending at least $30 just for a Kydex sheath. And there's nothing really wrong with that. I mean, this isn't Kydex. You know, Kydex is a lot higher quality. I think these are plastic grommets. But enough about that for now. Here's the blade. New logo. I'm almost thinking that's not bare steel, that's actually a silver paint, which is pretty cool because you're not going to have the rust issues there. I don't want to have to like oil that. And this finish that they put on these knives is actually pretty rugged. I mean, it will wear off when you're batoning with it and such, like most finishes do, but I mean, for the money, this is pretty good stuff. It's not quite as consistent. You know, I have a lot of experience with finished knives, like Bussy Combat and K-Bar. I used to have a D2 Extreme fighting knife. Those finishes aren't like super rugged, considering the price of the knives is higher. Granted, the K-Bar is pretty cheap, but the Bussys are expensive. But the crinkle coat, it does its job. Definitely doesn't wear off the handle. But this one doesn't either. I mean, this is every bit as good for the intended purpose. Slight gap there. That's about the only imperfection on the whole thing. You might think the cut's a little wonky there, but really on the picture, it's kind of the same way. And even towards the tip, you'll notice there's a little bit of paint still applied right there, but that's even, and it's on the box. So really this is a perfectly ground knife, and it is very sharp. Cuts phone book paper real well. When you're batoning it, this swedge will eat through your batons pretty good. And despite the thinness, I mean, this isn't a whole lot thicker than a Nkosi blade or a Hinderer XM18, but it splits just fine. Never broke on me. I used it for all kinds of stuff. I mean, I might have had some minor edge issues, but I was throwing it now and then. I was abusing the heck out of it. I only paid $17 or $18 for that one. This is about 7 or 8 years ago, and I used it continuously for years. I own some woods that I can go out into and do all kinds of fun stuff. Knives are just one of the things I play with out there, but these are real rugged. I mean, for home defense or self-defense, or maybe if you're a soldier or something, a soldier knife, you know, this would be pretty good for that. It does have kind of a large finger cutout here, which is a little bit, it makes the feel of the blade a little wonky, but the handle's long enough. I mean, I have fairly large hands, and it's not uncomfortable at all. It's a little thin maybe, but it's got this cutout here. It feels good for your fingers. There's no hot spots or anything. It's not too slick. You could always put grip tape on there, kind of like not skateboard tape, but like a Talon grip or something. Throwing a little Hickok in there, but that's what he does with his Glocks and stuff, and I think it'd work just fine with this. Just wanted to give a short little review on what this is like. A lot of people don't know how good these knives are for $30. It's pretty hard to beat that. If you're a knife guy and you have any outdoors knife needs, or even want to just look at a cool piece of steel, I recommend ordering one of these. I mean, it comes with a cute little sheath. You can always take that nylon thing off. I used to, and just carry it with some rope around my shoulder or whatever. I never really wore it on my belt or anything. It's got a little drain hole in there. The old GI Tanto.